Hello, and welcome back to Kadet Sports TV. I'm Luke McClellan.
And I'm Isaac Clark. We want to thank you viewers for your continued support so we were able to carry on a second season.
A lot has changed since our last episode. New coaches, schemes, players, and a new opportunity to take home state titles.
One thing that hasn't changed is our commitment to bringing you the highest quality of our highlights and coverage.
That's right, and we're kicking off this season with a bang as we're going to open with volleyball highlights. Let's go look and see how our girls fared against our last opponents. There's a new head coach on board the team, and the Lady Cadets have a lot to prove against Pueblo West Cyclones. Rose Harmes has been swinging up to varsity since she was a freshman, and now as a junior, she's grown in one of the Cadets' staple weapons. That great spike makes the score 7-11, with the Cadets just trailing a few points behind. Air Academy continues their drive, but this rocket from Jamie Suezo makes the score 10-15. Cyclone. Suezo would finish the night with 8 kills. The Cadets put up an intense fight to the very end, including this kill from Ellie Seibert. They fall short to Pueblo Cyclones in the end, 3-0. Shelby Lyons showing off some dance moves before the game. A few days later, the Lady Cadets will get another chance at Pueblo, this time on the east side of town. The Cadets get down to business. Jordan Pope goes way up to crush this one. Down on the Eagles' defenders, Jordan finished the night with 5 kills. Rose and the Dozer back to work, this time chalking up an ace for the team and a dab. That's going to be enough to crash land the Eagles, and the Lady Cadets come home with the win, 3-2.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. And buckle up as we head down to the K-Dome to check out our boys soccer team as they take on the highly favored Denver East Angels.
Welcome to Kadet Sports TV.
Oh my God!
Moves like that is why we keep our own Lucas Obringer around. Early in the game, Air Academy inbounds the ball. Big kick towards the Denver East goal, but it's blocked by the Denver East goalie, Trey Wilhoit. Air Academy's own Tyner Airmine later in the game sneaks one into the far side of the net, assisted by Turner Groh. The Cadets defense was clicking on all cylinders for this game. Defender Sam Andrews robs the ball from Denver's possession, and O.M. Gabriz passes back to Jackson Gore for a clear kick to clear the ball. This game was all-around backyard brawl and went into 2 overtimes. Everyone would leave the field with a tie, 1-1 when all was said and done.
Now we're going to bring back a fan favorite segment of last season, the Athlete of the Week. The goal of this segment is to highlight those at Air Academy who are doing great things. We don't want no scrubs. Now we're here with Amaya Wilson. Amaya, how are you doing?
Thanks, Luke. This week, we're showcasing athletes that have really put Air Academy on the map. Last year, our girls cross-country program ran circles around the competition as they were the state champions for the second time in a row and the Nike Cross Country National Champions. They made history by being the first team from Colorado to do so. Now, all eyes are on the Lady Cadets as they look to defend their title and dust the competition. Let's see how the cross-country program is handling the pressure.
Honestly, it can be really hard to deal with it sometimes, but we just remind ourselves that we're running for each other. And something Coach Schwartz always says is that we have to look each other in the eyes and tell each other that it's for each other today. So we try not to focus on what other people are saying on the outside and just race for the best we can do on whatever day. And if that's not our best, then oh well.
Wow, Tessa really showed us how being selfless has contributed to the success of the team. Based on the culture we're seeing, I doubt that any team will be able to creep to their level of excellence. Let's see what senior Olivia Chura has to say.
We've been running a lot this whole summer. We're doing a lot of training work, and I mean, just like consistency is key. That's what we always say. And so we've just been doing so much work on and off the track. I mean, like all the little things is what we always say. And I think like we're just gonna be super prepared. I'm super excited to see what the season holds.
Being a coach is not easy. Now add coach of the defending national champions, and one can imagine the pressure would only grow. Have you ever wondered how a coach helps their athletes deal with pressure? Check out how Coach Schwartz helped out his athletes.
Well, I think the only way to learn how to deal with it is to live through it. But just me not being a source of pressure, trying to get them to understand and the context of it is if we let other people's expectations become ours, that's too much pressure for you to handle. So just focus on what you can control. It's a good lesson for any athlete, but we learned a little bit of it last year, but we're going to have to really learn it again this year is just, block that stuff out as best we can.
Congratulations to the girls cross country team. If you have someone you would like to nominate, go to your Class of page in Schoology and tell us who you would like to see on Athlete of the Week next. Luke and Liza, back to you.
Thanks, Amaya. We're excited to see what our cross country team has in store for us this season.
Moving on to football, there were a lot of changes in the offseason. Graduating key players, hiring a new head coach, and new schemes. Expectations were high rolling into the season. Let's see how our boys fared in their first two outings. The Kadets have a new head coach at the helm, Coach Jackson. The boys have been hard at work all summer, learning new schemes and took on the powerhouse Mesa Ridge Grizzlies for the home opening. Air Academy's defense showed some flashes of brilliance early in the game. Nico Tellini chases down Mesa's QB Bryce Real to stop the play at the line of scrimmage. The real deal would have much better luck in the air. He finished the game 14 of 18 for 217 yards. He connects with Trayvon Salas for a Grizzly touchdown. This game was all Mesa Ridge, and the final score is a painful 84-0. After a rough loss to Mesa Ridge, Air Academy was looking to rebound with another home game, this time playing host to the Sand Creek Scorpions. Right away in the first, Sand Creek quarterback Ethan Mangram's pass nearly intercepted by Eli Malnar. Miles Reddix picks up 40 yards after the catch. This set up Mangrum for the quarterback keeper. He marches 10 yards in for the touchdown. A 2-point conversion later and the Scorps are up 8-0. Time for the Kadets to get the ball. A bit of scary fielding is secured by Tyler Melton. He is buried under a sea of tacklers. Ben Fernagel has been a beast for a running game this season. He is averaging 112 yards per game. Fernagel finds the end zone here after a 15-yard run. Dario Gallegos gets the call for the 2-point conversion, and that'll tie up the game at 8. Check out this play. Mangrum goes to the air and is intercepted by Jake Ballard on the 1-yard line. But sadly, Air Academy would get sacked on the next play for a Sand Creek safety. The Scorps' key to the second half was controlling the clock, and they used running back Achilles Evans to pound the Kadet defense. Evans in the third cracks off a 15-yard run for a touchdown, and 5 minutes later he found the end zone again. Kadet's defense was unable to find his Achilles heel, as Evans had 222 yards on the ground in this game alone. Kadets drop another one, and Sand Creek picks up their first win of the season, 40-27.
Man, I freaking love Kadet tea.
I know, right? Same. I should name my first kid Kadet tea.
Every day, I'm out there, collecting the finest ingredients. Every day, I'm in the lab, perfecting my recipe.
If we bypass the seed and go straight into production.
Every day, they disrespect me by calling it Kadet tea.
Hey man, can I have a drink of that KT? What are you talking about?
Stay tuned because next week is going to be our first ever episode of Air Academy News.
That's right. We'll be covering a bunch of great topics, including the bond and the national election, so stay tuned. Back to you, Luke and Liza.
Back on the mound for Big Blue is junior Bailey Williams. She has only allowed 30 Ks. Kai Tucker's catching today. She's currently leading the team with a .486 batting average. First inning, Mesa Ridge left fielder Serenity Higgins pops a one-hopper to Bailey Williams as she makes an easy throw to first base, easy out. Air Academy's turn up to bat. We just talked about Tucker. As she drives the rocket to left field and brings a runner home, putting Air Academy 0-1 in the first inning. Lucy Nelson with a big bat. She tees off on a pitch over the head of the second baseman. Bailey Williams comes home, but Mesa throws the runner to second base before another Kadet can make it home. Air Academy goes up 0-2 in the first. And that's when the rain sets in. The field got soaked, the Kadet's bats cooled down, and the Grizzlies came out with a vengeance. They squeaked out a win over our girls with the final score 15-12.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Kadet Sports TV.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in 2 weeks for everything homecoming.
Make sure you hammer that subscribe button and check us out on Instagram.
And as always,
Kadet!